Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I think what should we start with? We normally do some warnings on this. I think they're going to get briefer every time now. Vampire the Masquerade, brilliant. One of the all-time best of RPGs ever made. Much better experienced by playing it than by watching somebody else who vaguely remembers it playing it. So if this is your first time, it's my recommendation. So let's turn that down slightly. It's my recommendation that you don't watch this Let's Play. Just go and get the game. It's cheap as chips. Get the community patch, make sure it runs, and go and play it. But obviously, some people are pushing through on that. It's a shame, but that's kind of on you. If it is on you and you're pushing through, and it's the first time. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines it had an 18 certification when it was released in the UK. It contains a lot of adult content, violence, sex, gore, and gory concepts, I think is probably the best way to put it. But potentially several things that might trigger. I can't list all the triggers. I'm not going to. But be mindful of that if there are things like that. It's not up your street. It's definitely you wouldn't really be playing this at work. With that in mind, what were we doing last time? We had just arrived at downtown, and somebody had come running up to us because we could hear gunshots. But yeah. I think as well, a lot of the triggering things were, and I won't say they were all in the last episode, but there was, the last episode was not short of them. There's a light. I don't need to worry too much about that. There's a taxi. Yes, you were running from something. Like I say, sexualized content. Uh-oh. Okay.
Player, what's the score? How they hang? Good evening and all that commotion. Welcome to Fat Larry's Trucker Mac, the only store for all your needs after 10 o'clock. I am the proprietor and salesman of the month several years in a row. The ladies call me, oh God, but you can call me Fat Larry with a F-A-T, cause I know I got a weight problem, I just don't give a fuck.
What you got in the truck?
Now, that is a legitimate question, but a better question to be, what don't I got in this truck? Cause at Fat Larry's, my motto is, everything's got a price, but I probably know somebody who can get it anyway.
You talk on that, you can say.
Nah, that's what I like to hear. But it's like this. I say my best stuff for select clientele. Now that don't mean I don't appreciate your business. It's just, business.
That's fine. Cool. The no step penalties. I can't remember if we find that later anyway. I think we will get that. I don't know if that is necessarily the play, but we'll look at it. Right, and look at that. Heavy. Substandard Michael has a proper leather jacket, and I don't know. I mean, obviously he's a much sort of, bigger and stronger person than me, or indeed the average person. He's hands like shovels, that dude. But can we go and do that bit? How we can get in here? But yeah, his leather jacket, like, it must weigh about like about 10 kilos or something. Like, it weighs a freaking ton. Is it this door? No, it is this door, the one that's illuminated. Right, okay, let's go and do this bit. Hello?
Help me! Help me! It's got them. It's coming for me now. It's coming for me.
What's coming in here?
My crew, we were here shooting for my show. I'm a parapsychologist. Haunted LA. Oh, God, it was right behind me. We've got to get out of here.
What's going on?
Look, I'll level with you. We usually fake these things, you know, ghosts. That's all bullshit. We were sitting up downstairs and weird shit started happening. My crew, they all started disappearing. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, wait,
No, don't go down there. It's coming. It's coming.
cool. Right, well, whether or not it's coming or not, I guess we'll find out later. I don't think we can unlock that, can we? Yeah, it opens on the other side. Nothing there. Okay, well, I mean, that's one way through. Oh, hello. Yeah. See, that's the sort of thing that we're searching for. Right. Yeah. Well, anyway. On the other side anyway. Can we tidy that? That's about as tidy as it gets. Yeah. Tidying tripods is not going to be the easiest. We have relatively recently done a discussion video on area design, and this was a lot of it was in relation to Clair Obscur and its invisible walls. Clair Obscur, that's how you do an invisible wall, okay? Like that, not like, you know, having something the height of that bed be an invisible wall. Okay, if you're going to have movement. Okay, fabulous. Right, can we shift these? No. I don't particularly want to sneak. I think we'll just move around here. Oh, for God's sake. Right, okay. Okay, but is this up? Well, there's a something. And there's down there as well. Let's lock the door. There's nothing down here, good. Down we go. We are getting closer to what awaits us. Oh. We're getting closer still to what awaits us. I don't remember this for the record, this is just Okay, so that's around that way. Okay, that door's locked. And we come around here and... Oh yeah.
Real terror is not the sight of death. It is the fear of death. What is the fear of death? Terror of the unknown. Is it these eyes you peer into? No. I am not the unknown. You and I are closer kin than you and it were.
Well,
Drinking blood to sustain your death, you are damned, yes? What if, besides the blood of the living, you had to eat pounds of their flesh to maintain the thin facade of life? What would you call it? Twice damned?
you have to eat human blood?
We drink blood. I eat flesh. Kine eat food. But Kine think us a monster. Without remorse, they would burn our body twice over to be certain we were destroyed. What is unnatural for some is vital for others.
Who are you?
My birth name I tell no one. You may address me as Pisha. Pisha was the name of my companion and lover in a time before my death, 230 years ago. She has no need of it anymore. My stay in this city is transitory. I seek relics of the occult traced here and would trade similar artifacts to acquire them. But if you wish to bargain with me, the kind upstairs must be sent down here. He has seen too much.
Are you going to meet him?
Eventually.
My jockey with a flashing monster. Okay. It has to be this way. Yeah, and I think that we should have thing. So yeah, this is a. I mentioned this earlier. I think the name of it, the race, the creature is Naharaja, and it's. I'm sure there should be a. It's there. Okay. Just quickly check through here to make sure we're not missing anything. Well, we're probably missing lots of things, but... Oh, okay, cool. Well, that opens up as well. That makes it nice and easy. Yeah, and I think there's maybe about 6 in the world, and for me it was just a little bit jarring that here, in this thing, we're going to meet sort of one of everything, and I sometimes, well, it's maybe not one of everything. Some are better represented than others, but yeah. Right, where the hell did he go? He wandered further along. Well, it's definitely not him, is it? I mean, he wouldn't be walking.
Lovely evening.
Lovely evening, yeah. Isn't it? Okay, well, I guess it's not a lovely evening, but then again, maybe I'm wandering in there. Right, maybe he went to one of the surrounding rooms. Or maybe he went to a place of safety rather than sticking around here. I'm thinking he went to a place of safety, which is probably the nightclub. Is it reasonable to kill that man? No. Are we going to do it? Yeah. Not too much room for morality in this. Right, so I guess look, what we actually meant to be doing here. Hi, Pisha. Oh, we've got to speak with the prince. But I guess we'll deal with that in a sec. Oh, hello. Yes. Yes, right, okay. this is an excellent opportunity for me to make a fool of myself. Some really cool level design. Do you remember, I was talking about this the other episode. So if we go here, that is perma locked. So I absolutely love this. Just really nice level design. Oh, except I've cocked it up. Let's go. Oh, fuck's that, my bag. Right. Okay. So we'll try that again. No, I've ruined it. I've actually ruined it. Right, okay. Basically, the layout of the building uses portals, and so you can be wandering around in the same repeated corridor again and again and again and again until you find the door. There's a specific walking pattern that you use to get there. But unfortunately, my muscle memory appears to have just kicked in. Gargoyles. Oh god, not frigging gargoyles. Homunculi. Yeah. Loyal but threat to the Masquerade. Yeah. I think by doing this I might have... Or have I? Again, I can't seem to help but get this right. So whatever. Anyway. Hello. It's me, reporting for duty.
Greetings, neonate. Might I assume you
Yes.
received my invitation? I have been looking forward to meeting you for quite some time. Strauss. Maximilian Strauss. I am the regent of this chantry. Welcome. Ah, yes, forgive me. I forget that you are not embraced within we share the same blood, you and I, but there is much you have yet to learn about our clan.
Yeah, so first to me.
This new life in which you find yourself undoubtedly seems strange. I am sure you have many questions, young one. I will answer those which I am able. The pyramid is the social structure of our clan, with each level of advancement watched over by the next. There are apprentices here at the chantry who are my charges, and I have a lord who watches over me and other local regents, and so on. In most cases, Tremere are very selective about who they embrace and how it is done. There are traditions and laws that we adhere to, so the circumstances of your embrace were, let us say, unconventional. Therefore, you are outside the pyramid.
I answered.
Such things are possible, young one, but you would have to prove your worth to the clan before it would even be a consideration. Tremere guard their secrets well. Perhaps it is something we will speak of later.
Hello, Chantry.
The chantry is a local gathering place for those of the Tremere clan. I live here, as do apprentices from time to time.
And you're a regent.
A regent is the leader of a chantry, as well as a teacher to young Tremere apprentices who are studying the mysteries of our clan.
What's the one on the street?
Let me give you some advice, young one. Your survival in kindred society will often depend on your ability to find out yourself what is going on around you. Remember that well.
Appreciate it.
As for what is going on here in downtown, the word kindred or kind seems to be epidemic.
Yeah,
It
that's...
seems that disease has been spreading at an alarming rate throughout the downtown population. Considering our particular appetites, the local kindred are more than concerned about these developments. Yes, indeed. My opinion is that the local anarchs are responsible for these outbreaks. Their precipitous indulgence of certain passions often leads to such things. Ergo, their need for the watchful eye of the Camarilla. An interesting proposition. If you succeed in finding the cause of this epidemic and putting an end to it, I will compensate you appropriately for your efforts.
That's
I will ponder the nature of your payment while you are gone. You did you fairly, neonate, and your service to the Camarilla won't be forgotten. Again, I recommend speaking with the Anarchs.
It's not the Anarchs, and I can't actually remember
reveling in the vices of their former lives.
whether it's Nosferatu or someone else.
The last
I feel like it's someone else just because we've got a lot of Nosferatu otherwise. Before we go over a few
What is
questions,
it you would like to know?
tell me about the camera.
Camarilla. It is merely a kindred sect that exists to protect its members from the others. There are specific codes of behavior that we abide by in order to ensure the continuance of our species. It is nothing more and nothing less. Surely. What else would you like to know? No. There are many independent clans who are not aligned with the Camarilla, and the Sabbat is another sect of various vampire clans whose beliefs are very different than our own. Unsavory sorts, to say the least. I understand you have already run afoul of them. Ah, yes, the infamous Mr. Rodriguez. I understand you owe him your life twice now. Had he not intervened, the prince would have surely had that hound of his separate your head from your shoulders. In any case, it's a shame that Rodriguez cannot see the wisdom of the Camarilla. He would make a powerful ally. As it is, he is a significant thorn in LaCroix's side, which serves my purposes just the same. LaCroix is a prince, neonate, and a Ventru on top of that. Even if he weren't as young and indiscriminate as he's already proven himself to be, But I say too much. Let us just say that he and I have differing ideas on the use of power. Well, without saying too much, I think that Sebastian LaCroix lacks the usual discretion necessary to be a prince. I see in him a lust for power that overshadows his responsibility to the Camarilla. No, young one. I aspire not to such lowly heights. My only interests are those of my clan and the Camarilla. You will do well in this new life, young one. That I can see already. Surely. What else would you like to know? The Anarchs feel that they don't need the structure.
Sorry, it's muted. Why aren't the Anarchs? And I think we're done.
I feel that they pose a threat, both to those loyal to the Camarilla and to themselves. Most are mere children and need our guidance.
Just an observation. Okay, I'm out of it. Right, great. So yeah, that's Strauss. This is the Tremere, what do you call it? Base house, whatever. Good. So we managed to almost get lost on the way out. If we go this way, no, it's just going to take us back to that. So I think it's just these two rooms, really. I'm not sure if because we're a Tremere, we'll be given this as a haven. I know, I think we get that as a haven, whatever's up there. Excuse me. Whether or not that's worth anything is going to be a matter of some debate. Right, okay, fine. So we've spoken with Tremere. Down there is somewhere we'll go later. Halbrook. Okay, I think I've completely lost my bearings here as well, which doesn't help. Wood situation's alright. I wouldn't mind going to the last round first. Now, there is going to be feeding her. There's going to be absolutely no shortage of sexualized female characters in this game. I think some of them are incredibly overt, like Jeanette and V, but some of them are equally just like I can't remember what her name is. Let's go and meet her. Okay. Yes. Okay.
So that chased you in here, Cammy?
So, yeah.
Heard Nine saved your ass again. You think LaCroix would stop counting his money long enough to get your back, Jack?
This is dialogue I don't enjoy because, like, yeah, we've literally just had a dialogue where we talked about Nine saving us. So for us to me asking, what do you mean again, is kind of weirdly written.
Cammy, you'd have a whole lot less above your neck if it hadn't been for Nine's calling the prince out in that courtroom. Shit. Looks like things worked out for LaCroix anyway. Got himself a new errand boy.
Did I do something to piss you off?
As long as you're a tool for some kid, you don't have to say a word to start pissing me off.
What's okay?
Kate, Cammy, Camarilla elders, the ones that have been around so long they think candlelight's a keen invention, you're doing their dirty work and you don't even know it.
What alternative?
You want an alternative? Being here. That's a step in the right direction. I'm Damsel.
Damsel,
Grandmother
okay.
of these mothers, and one pissed bitch since the Floyd went.
Yeah, damsel. Okay.
Hey, Cammy. I don't apologize often, but it's just with all the shit that's been going down there. And on top of it, this plague bearer getting the CDC's attention, maybe I misjudged you, honestly.
Understandable, please don't.
A plague bearer's a plumber that doesn't care who they feed from. Now, I know what you're thinking. We can't get sick, but the kind can. And kindred that feed on them start spreading disease. And they get sick, it's an epidemic. CDC's in town as we speak.
How do you get rid of them?
Seen old Yeller? May sound cruel, but it's necessary. If someone puts together 2 and 2 as to the real cause of an outbreak of bloodborne diseases, guess what happens? So the plague bearer's gotta be found and put down. If the Camarilla really gives a damn, they'll help us out.
That's helped me out before. Where do I start?
One of our boys' ghouls, name's Paul, lives nearby in the Skyline Apartments. Been a stranger lately. Looked like death last time he was here. Said he didn't get bit, but maybe you can get more info out of him. Wait, if Paul's not talking, you might want to start questioning the homeless pop. So many have been dying lately that it takes the city a few days to pick up the bodies.
Cool. Right, so that's damsel.
You guys are all the same.
And here's
Poster child for Camarilla benevolence. What errand does the prince have you running today?
funny, isn't it?
Nines is expected. Have some manners and don't wear out your weapon. And I'll be the one showing you that she's still
Yeah.
What's up?
Looking for it.
There's this girl who's been making a lot of noise lately. She's a real pain in the ass. She's a ghoul of this one Toreador creature disappeared.
Yeah.
Her name's Kat. She hangs out in the clubs downtown. She used to show up around here and act like she was everybody's best friend. It was all fun and games until her vampire sugar daddy stopped calling. Now she can't get her blood fixed and shit ain't so fun no more.
What she was like,
Man, she's been told he was dead. She don't listen. Just asks again louder. Damn junkie. She's gonna make a scene and get us all some real heat.
yeah.
Vampire hunters, man. You start doing stupid shit and breaking the Masquerade, you see what I'm talking about. Trust me, hunters are the kind of trouble you don't want. She's crossed the line. Only time that mouth ain't blabbing is when it's sucking vampire blood. She's gotta disappear. Do this, and we're keeping our little secret, you hear?
Yeah.
All right, have fun.
this one myself, but I know the side. Just let me know when it's done.
Cool. I'm going to Jack.
Now look what the street chased him. Where you headed now? You do what you gotta do.
You showed up? Good. Here's what I gotta tell you. And so you know, I don't lecture, I don't rap, I'm no bureaucrat. I'm just a guy out of nowhere came to be involved in something 500 times bigger than you and me. You got a right to know the score. The Camarilla, this is the short of it. They operate a lot like a pyramid scheme. There's a bunch of these old timers at the top with God only knows what plots in mind. They lose their power, they die. They sired more to carry out their plans. And looking for a little power than those kindred sired for their own schemes, and so on and on and on. It hurts my head just thinking about the mess. And it works out to like this. Only a few people at the top have any real power. Them's fighting words, newbie. But you're young and stupid, so I won't make an example out of you. All of us are members, even if we don't want to, which is, of course, the biggest little horseshit a man ever heard. I learned the way of this world during the Depression. A bunch of old rich bastards screwed the country. But did they suffer? No. Little people suffer. Can't trust the people at the top. The world would be a better place without them. All you can do is get a group of people together who aren't assholes. Find a place to put your feet up and make some examples of the quote-unquote elite. Keep the rest the hell out. Everyone's an equal. The same thing this country used to be about. That's what LA has been. An anarch-free state. The Camarilla was kicked out on their ass a long time ago. We, the anarchs, didn't want to play their politics anymore. Now LaCroix and crew pop in like they never left. Goddamn way. Their laws don't apply to us.
Okay.
I got that meeting right here.
Jesus Christ, okay. No, I'm a fan of the pros.
LaCroix represents everything I hate. The Camarilla, stuck-up aristocrats, rich businessmen, crooked politicians. The only place LaCroix belongs is in an urn. No such thing. And again, newbie, don't throw those kind of words around lightly. You're risking a beatdown. I fought to keep LA free since I was embraced. A long time later, I'm one of the only ones left that hasn't been over to switch sides. The most veteran soldier we have.
Yeah. So again, the dialogue in this it's pretty good. It's well written for the most part, but I think we should have done a session on this already, or probably last year, where we talk about getting the player character right. Some of this isn't perfect. I don't think... Like, one of my pet hates with this, and I don't think I really went through it in the sort of general dialogue video, or dialogue systems video, is when the player character is railroaded into saying stupid things. And that, so you're the prince of the Camarilla. Like, anybody who's had the mandatory, not even like the extra things, but the mandatory experience that our character has had, and has gone through a couple of it's vaguely sort of social, or has, like some sort of persuade level, just wouldn't be saying that. I just don't, I don't know how you could measure it, like measure it like in, I guess it's partly because of the way Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines handles its systems. Like, my reading of the level up system in this computer game, as it sits in the narrative, is that your starting attributes, as in like your strength, your dexterity, your appearance, your intelligence, whatever, is reflective of who you were in life, and then the improvements that you make in leveling up and how that increases are how you become a very powerful vampire in death. But the point is that, like, it doesn't. It's again like the intelligence problem when it comes to writing dialogue lines that you ask. Most games have struggled with it. I think it's only really Fallout and Fallout 2 that have got that really right. At some point, I would like. Maybe it'd be really. I mean, I feel like maybe it is time to do this, but like to actually have a look at how the Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 dialogue trees were written and look at the code. I don't know if that's available anywhere, probably not. But that would be, an interesting education on it, because, as I say, it's still the use of attributes in creating dialogue trees and dialogue options. It really, I think it peaks with Fallout 2, and then that's kind of, we've never hit those heights again, which is desperately disappointing, because that's like, what we're talking, it's like 26 years ago, and that's the pinnacle. Ouch. But the difficulty that we have in the modern age is that, I mean, this has got some, I would say, very, very, very good voice acting for the time, but it's pretty standard voice acting in 2025. Like in 2025, the standards of voice acting, like, definitely in video games, definitely have improved. I don't think there's any question of that. But voice acting can be expensive to do. And now, if you were making a game, certainly like a 3D RPG, which most bigger RPGs tend to be these days, then I don't know. Can you get away with not having full voice acting? It's become kind of an industry standard. I think you need to be doing something deliberately regressive to get away with it. Deliberately retro is perhaps the better phrase. So, like, I don't think anybody would ever want. I know it's not an RPG, but would ever want Stardew Valley to have voice acting. I think that would be just like weird, awful, and painfully cringe, even if it was done really well. If Claire Obscure had come out and it didn't use voice acting, I think that it would have got absolutely panned for that, and I think it would have lost a lot. So I don't think it was an option there. And then a middle ground, I always think of it as kind of a pseudo RPG, but worthy of mention, like Disco Elysium. When it began, that's on release, to the best of my knowledge, it didn't have any voice acting. And it was moderately successful. But eventually, it sort of, it kind of realised that it was worth the investment for it to have voice acting. And some really, really good voice acting, by the way, in Disco Elysium. Like, it's not something that people talk about all that much. Oh, God, the karaoke scene. Oh, it's so good. But yeah. Anyway, so I guess it's more challenging than ever from a cost point of view, knowing that to write complex dialogue trees with many, many lines of dialogue than it is if you're just doing what I do, and what Fallout 1 did for the most part, which is most of it is just written and read. Counterpoint, huge counterpoint. we're talking about dialogue options that the player is saying. You know, we're not talking about options that the other characters are saying, and the player characters are often not voice acted. So maybe it is possible. Maybe it's, you know, I think that you really, you want to create a positive response between the dialogue options and the player. In a perfect world, the dialogue options would allow the player to, assuming that the games we're playing are like sort of tactical strategic, would allow the player, which arguably, well, I mean, Bloodlines isn't, to feel like they've had an impact, like to feel clever for what they've done or said. Like that would be, you know, if you make it, we talked before about dialogue being a game. You know, it should, and lots of games don't want it to be, fair enough, but like if you are, the more you go down dialogue trees, the more you have the option to make that a game and to reward the player for that. And again, this is something that Fallout did. This is something Fallout 2 did. This is something Planescape Torment did. I actually don't think it's something that Disco Elysium, for all its other qualities, does. I think Disco Elysium, you're more, maybe a little bit. I don't think the problem with Disco Elysium's got weird ideas about fail states in that. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. But yeah, is it that, or is it just sort of, you know, very flavoured things that just, you know, basically, you know, Commander Shepard and his dialogue wheel. But if you are, yeah, if you're going to gamify it, then you want the player to feel like they have accomplished something. And even if you're not going to gamify it, and you just want to use this as a role-playing tool, like you want to bond, you know, make your character have a sense of identity in the world, which is what this is basically doing. You know, it's like you know, why we've chosen the line, your group just seems like a bunch of rebel posers and gangbangers to me. That's to say that, you know, we're not just sort of rejecting and saying, no, we're not engaging with this. We've got a sort of a personality style that we've rejected it in. But if we don't choose that personality style, and particularly if, you know, some of the things that are being said are stupid, I just don't think you should make a player, you know, like without the player's input, you shouldn't make a player character feel stupid. And it's kind of like a balancing act with some of these, because on one hand, like there is such a thing as too much choice. You know, you don't want to be like it's something you've seen me do this as we've played through this. I very rarely in dialogue leave any stone unturned. But you don't want to have loads and loads of options. But on the other hand, a question, so one more question, any advice you can give me, or insult Nines and everything he stands for, having saved your life twice. That doesn't feel like a useful binary. I'd be very interested to know who's choosing option 2 there. But yeah, so how many options should you have? Well, firstly, it depends what you're doing. Like, is it a, you know, if somebody's asking you, you know, do you like tea? You know, I think it's perfectly acceptable to have a, you know, the answers provided be yes and no. I don't think you need the full spectrum of likes and dislikes on that. But if you're in a situation where your options are either to ask more questions about things that are going on, or insult the other person, that seems like a false choice. And you know, the right number, generally speaking, not always, obviously, you know, like, but like the general right number. I think Walking Dead got it right. Was like 4 options, and one of them should always be to say nothing, or to just like to not. You know, when it say saying nothing. Sometimes when Lee in the season 1 of The Walking Dead, when you choose that say nothing option, a lot of the time he says nothing, but at other points he might say something. He just doesn't opine. He just says, I don't know, you know. At least that's my memory of it. Let's go back to the game.
Here's what I tell all the new blood. 1, you get careless, that blood will make you into a monster. But you rampage around here, you get put down. 2, don't kill when you feed. No reason to. In this city, there's lots of ways to slake the feast without leaving a trail of dead. 3, the Camarilla's full of shit. 4, watch your back, always. And lastly, learn how to fight. Because a speech ain't gonna save your ass when you're staring down the barrel of a shotgun.
True enough. Can you teach me how to fight?
After picking your ass up off the pavement back there, yeah, I can tell you don't even know the basics. Hold your hands up like this. Keep your body in an air. Makes you harder to hit. Keep your thumbs out of your fists and put your weight into your punches.
Great. That's really helpful.
LA is the school of hard knocks, so keep your friends close and your enemies in a barbecue pit. Once you square things with LaCroix, don't give that son of a bitch the time of night. I got my eye on you, kid.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now what happens if we speak to Jack?
Oh, look what the street chased him.
Small talk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down there, kid. You're not reporting for duty here, so loosen up, okay? We're just chatting. Comprende?
Yeah, I'm just sick of being homo.
That's usually the way the story goes. Same old bullshit politics from when you were alive. Don't it make you just want to rip somebody's spine out? What? Saying that's just me? Yeah, not a moment too soon, huh? Said you guys let those Sabbat go too. Science must be getting soft. How can you pass up that kind of fun?
Yeah.
Well, he was left sireless too. I don't know, maybe that's it. Now he's got a thing for the little guy.
How does he know I had a little guy?
Sure thing, kiddo, fire away. That's us, so I'm told. What do you want to know? Yeah, I can tell you about the history of the movement, about our struggle. What's any of that shit mean anyway?
What's it all about?
I'm no scholar, kid, but I've been around. Seen more and done more than most vampires ever will. I don't know that our situation is. See, but some things you gotta decide on what's fighting for.
Yeah, how can you win?
Fight harder than the other son of a bitch. Every time I yank a jawbone from a skull and ram it in an eye socket, I know I'm building a better future. You bet, kid. Me? I never had much patience for negotiations. Everyone can live or burn. It's up to them.
Hans Brewhart and he's Gangle. Oh, you know, he's Brewhart.
Most everyone here has Bruja blood. Moving right along.
What's that?
Again, does everything have to be about these dickheads? The Sabbat are workers, man. Fake tits on a zombie worth. Fun to watch, though. It's like the Three Stooges with chainsaws. Yeah, they're opposing Camarilla, but they suck when it comes to execution. The Sabbat are in the same business as the Camarilla.
Any questions? Come on, we'll do camera.
Ah, the hell with him. I blasted better vampire's brains all over the wall. He's not the prince. He's a prince. He's a typical Ventru asshole. Predictable, safe, no imagination. Ah, man, the guy's a pussy. He just got lucky he showed up in LA at the right time. Oh, the sheriff, yeah. I love how everyone's talking about that big mystery. It's like someone embraced a doped-up gorilla. What else did you need?
That's why I was going back to this, because...
Don't think the Camarilla has a monopoly on those ideals, okay, kid? No one is arguing over that shit, and if they tell you... The Camarilla protects the people running the... Doddering old dust farts. Might be powerful as all hell, but who knows? They're too afraid to stick their heads out of their hidey holes. Why should they? This whole huge system is built so they don't have to. Not one of the bigs, but he ain't out risking his ass in the street, that's for sure. Croy has ambitions of joining the inner circle. Delivering Los Angeles in their pocket would look killer on a resume.
Yeah, definitely was looking at. Right, alright. Cool, right, well I think we got some good stuff out of that. Looking at this, we also, we got up to 3 points there. Got another point in Brawl, which will be very helpful. We are definitely committing to the Brawl tree rather than the Melee tree. Is that a good idea? No, not really, but that seems to be where we've gone. There's very little point in doing both, even though we've chosen firearms as well. Firearms is it's a bit of an odd one in this. Stealth is not going to be what we need for a little while yet, and well, actually the thaumaturgy might be the way to go, but hello. I got them. Sick. That is Misty from the Club Odysseus. Local celebrity. There's a condom machine, and this is a toilet full of piss. Oh! Didn't mean to do that, but I guess it's as good a way out as any. Huh. I wonder if that'll matter later. Right, anyway, we had a quest. We're going to do things for Damsel because it's Damsel. Paul at the Skyline Apartments. We will eventually go and see LaCroix, but I'm not in any hurry to. That is Holbrook Hotel. Pretty sure that's the trail. Maybe it's around this way.
What's the hops, bro?
Yeah, well, yeah, great. That feels like the True Tower. There's a nightclub there where we could go and deal with What's Her Face, but first I would really like to see. Maybe we should go and deal with her actually, because I think it's probably that bit easier. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Oh. Guess that was a knife fight that put someone off last time.
Not today.
Yeah, fine.
Hey, babe.
looking for a date?
And no thanks, I'll pass. That's very good of you, but no. Nocturne. Oh yeah, that's the theatre where they do all that. Yeah, okay, so Skyline Apartments, then I guess we'll walk right. I've forgotten how big this place is, actually. Right, okay. Did we tell us where? Paul. Okay. Alright, this is more likely to be our way through, honestly. Because vents are almost always what we want. Hello. Okay. Great. We'll put that in the pizza box. Thank you. Yeah, there's our first vent. Let's see. Okay, fine. Okay. Email. Let me bother hacking. Oh, wow. Oh no. Too low. 4-letter word. What about apartment notes? Act 1. Simon Milligan. Act 2. Sean Milton. Okay. Act 3. George Wealth, Rich Boy's Pretty Hard. The password on the door is 9648. So maybe I'll sneak it still. Distraction off online. Apt 4. Vacant. No, keep an eye on this one. Apt 5. Paul Anderson. Interesting. Apt 6. Goldmine. Oh, it's always good down there. And that's something that's usually Hannah herself. Fantastic. Right, okay, cool. So we just put this here. What if we did email at 6? No, password failed. Cool. Well, we might be able to socially engineer some. Oh, that's to the sewers. That's not necessarily what we want, but it's there. Okay. I'm slightly tempted to specs it in here because I can't really see, but is there anything worthy of view? Doesn't look like it. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to tell with all this stuff. Okay, fine. Right, so I guess we'll just take it the easiest way we can, which is to jump this and then go up. Now we might as well save it because we'll probably piss somebody off by being here. Just to confirm, it was Paul, wasn't it? Let's just go and have a nosy. So this guy was the television dude. And yes, we are just here to rob him blind. I think there's any other purpose to being here. Very nice. somewhat underwhelming. What's his bedroom like? Mom's best bro. Hello, what's this? Photo. Interesting. Photo, not girl's photo. Blurry photo of what looks to be a Nosferatu. Oh, that might be useful later. Upcoming show. Oh, is this the? Yeah, this is the dude who. Tell us. Sorry, was it not? Oh, there's no space. Hospital. Minimal work. Set the guest from nurse. And what was show 18? Something in Hollywood full of actors with more than just dead careers. Which I found out about. Yeah, okay, fine. Email. Nope. I'm not going to get in here. So, and it looks like it's quite a long one. I mean, oh, hello.
Hospital. But my crew, are they?
It was a joke.
Really? A joke?
Well,
A joke, right? Oh, real funny. Oh, you got me good. I'm going to hurt some people very badly.
right, okay, cool. Right, well, we didn't need that humanity anyway. And we got some Masquerade back, so, you know, hey, not all bad. Oh, what's the facts? Yeah, that's a real thing there. October, doesn't matter. Okay. And we can try Mum's best brew, but I don't think that's going to work. I think they get much more complicated than that. Can we at least see? Because I think the length is right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what have we got? That's 9 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Okay, no. No. Quite sure I'm grabbing hold of that. It's not going to matter hugely, but that's it. Don't miss this. So is there any like medium or psychic or I'll try like no probably not. Oh, I don't know, and I'm not truthfully all that bothered anyway. Okay. Learning that a hack skill would go quite far in this. So that's that one. Then there is a slob. Oh, this just takes us to here. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, we need to go back to the main thing. Okay, well, he's an investigator. Oh, caster. Okay, fine. So he's just like a thief of sorts, I guess. What's this?
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still hunting for time.
Oh.
Meet me at the agreed-upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. Bye.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the contact for the Mike Durbin thing. So that's good. Let's check out the washing machine. No washing machines. Damn. Life is pain. Right. Yeah. Shit. That is... What is going on there? What is that? Like, the first thought was that it was a precision base, but like the scratch plate's all wrong. What's going on with the bridge? Can like somebody, like, if you're a guitar nerd, a bass nerd, I suppose it is in this case, like, what is that? Is that like an early version? Is that what, like, what the broadcaster was to the Stratocaster? I yeah. Because, like, I'd expect the scratch plate to be, well, you know, like, covering a meaningful area. Like, on P bass is that's just like, it's just got a really weird bridge. It's almost like something off like a Rickenbacker or something. And then the tone pots look like they're off a telly. As does, you know, the headstock has. I mean, that might just be an age thing. Right, sorry. You were after something interesting and I was not providing it. Kendo for advanced students. Let's read that because I need... Oh, okay, I need a melee ability of 2. Well, I don't have a melee ability of 2. Yeah. Can relate. Okay, cool. Let's get another save on the go. So I think the next one was the Rich Broad, if memory serves. Okay, very nice, very nice. She seems... sort of with it. Washing machines? Nope. Not rich enough to do your laundry in your own house. Well, there's that. Safe. Password. Doesn't look like that's there. Okay. So it's a 5 and it's on the safe. The safe that we will first have to find. And then we'll have to engineer our way in. Okay, so an approximation of something. Well, yeah, it wasn't this. That was the code on. Or was it the code on the other person's? I mean, we did. I guess it's not because we'd. We would otherwise. Yeah, it would be provided to us otherwise. Let's try shifting the chairs at the corner. Is there any? Doesn't look like there's a great deal of hinting going on here. Bamboo, got that, got clock. No, I'm not seeing a vast amount of stuff. That might allude to a passcode, so I think we are. This is a thing that we can possibly return to later. Right, fine. No dice there. This one I think was the empty one. Wait, did we just miss that? I guess the empty one doesn't have a thing. So this was Paul's place. Paul, mate. Paul, I was hoping to ask you some questions. Okay.
Hi, Paul. It's Hannah.
Upstairs.
I want to see how you are. I hope I didn't give you what I've got. I feel like crap. Actually, I need to ask you a favor. Could you pick me up some cold medicine at the store? I hate to bother you, but I can't seem to get out of bed. The code on my door is 1203. Hey, listen, I had a really good time the other night. Maybe we could do it again sometime. Sorry, I'm rambling. Okay, bye.
Oh. Right, okay, cool. Well, I've immediately forgotten the code for that bathroom because I was for her apartment because I was far too concerned about what things in this apartment were not nailed down. Cool. I think it was 1203, wasn't it? That's a nice table. I don't mind the layout. I'm not. This is making me feel a bit queasy. How do you? No, actually, I hate this guy, and I'm glad he's dead. Like that. Yeah. Okay, let's rob his remaining possessions and then get out of Dodge. I'm not going to go down that way. It's just unnecessarily awkward. Right. Okay. So. Oh, it's locked. Right, okay, so we have to... Okay, right, I think it was 1203, wasn't it? It might even give us the option. Let's see. This means we have to use the bloody lift, which is not ideal. Ugh. Where are you? 6. Okay, good. Right, so Hannah will be upstairs if she's anywhere. First, let's check the downstairs. Okay, I don't know if we've got any. We've got some estrogen and some morphine. I'm not sure that'll quite help her. Candles lit, so we'd expect it to be here. Let's open there. Right, okay.
Paul, is that... Hey, you're not Paul. Who are you? What are you doing in here?
Paul, yeah,
I don't really know. I've taken all kinds of medicine, but I can't seem to get rid of it. I feel like I got a fever and a sore throat. a week. Can't seem to get out of bed. What day is it? I can't remember. Well, I think I got sick from one of my clients. I was feeling fine until I saw her a few days ago. I'm in sales. Yeah. Door-to-door stuff. Nothing very interesting. I do? I mean, no, I'm not hiding nothing. I don't like talking about my personal business with strangers.
Hey, look, you can trust me.
Okay. I'm a professional escort. Yeah, well, not exactly what I was hoping for when I moved to LA. But it pays the bills, I guess. She was just a woman who called. She found my ad in the newspaper. Usually only do business with referrals, but she was offered a lot of money.
I can tell her that.
Her name was Jezebel Locke. I'm usually not too good with names, but hers was so strange. Can't seem to get it out of my head.
What do you mean?
She had a room at the Empire Hotel. I can't remember the number. Hey, are you sure that Paul's okay? He's not sick, is he?
Paul's just fine, I don't know that.
Good. He's a nice guy. I hope he calls me again sometime. I hope so. I really do.
To be honest, Hannah, just looking around your apartment, I think, yeah, I was optimistic at best. An appointment book. I think you could have done a lot better than Paul. Some appointment. Oh, that's a cool patch. Pliers. Ugh. So how that umbrella like that. Yeah, it's I've never been to Los Angeles. Never, ever, ever, ever have I been to Los Angeles. That was kind of freaky. And if you're watching this and you're from LA, and you might be able to go, oh, this is a horror movie type thing, that's deliberately focusing on really awful aspects, like loads of LA isn't like that. But I don't know. I find it really hard to get on board with any sort of romanticization of all that. It just seems like a city of broken dreams, but in broken dreams twisted into really awful things. Was it the Empire Hotel? So she was staying at that. Empire Arms. Well, look at that. Hello. But we'll sort out everything else first. So yeah, I don't know. Mileages may vary, but places I was going to go will not be this one. Hello.
May I help you?
I was going to say.
Yes. Miss Locke is one of our more, popular guests. Why do you ask?
Okay.
I can't do that. It's against hotel policy.
Oh, okay.
I see. Well, in that case, perhaps I can make an exception. Here's the key to her suite. Have a nice evening.
Okay. Right. I can't remember how it works in here. Right, if we go to our inventory, keyring, Jezebel Locks key, does it say... Right, okay. What if we press the button? Really? I don't know what floor she's on. Right, I don't know what floor she's on. Let me out. Please, let me out. Right. Is there a computer system? Right, hello. Right, okay, guest logs. Come on, please don't be that complicated. Okay, we're going to be coming to Chekhov later, but Chekhov. Planet the Firm, Steak and Lobster, very nice. Jones, a bottle of, and Lock J. Nothing, yeah, I thought so. Right, okay, sweets. Wealth and power, yeah, very good. The Albany Suite is available. That's the Manhattan Suite. I've spelled that wrong apparently. The Ithaca Suite, occupied by Ashley Jones. So 4th floor is Ashley Jones. Brooklyn Suite. So 4th and 5th. 5th we're starting in, and then 4th we just want to rob blind. Good enough for me. Just ignore that. Anybody left anything exciting around in the staff area? Ooh, anybody exciting in the bar?
Good evening to you.
I didn't realise that those tattoos were a thing.
Out of my way.
Out of my way. Yes, okay, yeah, I mean that seems reasonable. That door does not open. This door does open. Ooh, kitchens. Let's put that there. Oops. Oh God. It's all gone wrong. Okay. Fantastic. Why don't I get the... Okay, so there's a vent. Does this open? Oh. That will allow us to get to all manner of places. Probably. Right, okay. Does it go this way as well? Okay, can we go up? No, okay. Right, I guess, please. Right, we do this, we wait for it to shut, and now we're on our way. Ouch, 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 it's probably quite hot. Oh, I don't know where we're... Okay, this was not what I had in mind. Maybe it's a way into Jezebel Locks. No, this just takes us outside. Unbelievable. Okay, well, sorry for that wasted journey. I confess I'd expected a little more from this place, but never mind. Ooh. Well, that was a waste of time. Anyway, right, okay, we'll go 4th floor first if it'll let me. Okay, this is not always the easiest thing to select. Maybe we just go straight 5th. Okay, right, so that's not the ballroom. Room 4.
Oh, yeah. Who do we have here? Are you a believer, little morsel? Have you come for the kind of enlightenment only Jezebel can give?
I take it you're Jezebel, what?
Yes, I am Jezebel. And I have such things to show you, little morsel. Such beautiful, dirty little things. Won't you come into my parlor?
Mm-hmm. Hell.
Oh, you cannot escape me, little morsel. One way or another, you and I will intertwine our beings on the way into the Ninth Circle, and I will send you forth, full of the sweet sickness I carry.
Well, at least we don't get sent first, second, or third.
Who better than prostitutes to carry the dark gift I bring? Ah, will they not share it with the rest of those who revel in the pleasures of the flesh?
Okay. Ow, ow, ow. No, ow, ow. Right, okay. No, ow. Oh, good. I've selected all specs, so that'll be useful, won't it? Let me hide behind this lamp. This is proving supremely ineffective. I'll probably want to use a blood pack. I think we've got a stun locked here. Nope. We've suffered final death. Yeah, we didn't get off to exactly the perfect combat start with that one. But it should be fine. This time maybe we won't waste that on all specs. Maybe we'll... to be honest with you, I've got a shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we've just done this, yeah. What the hell's going on here?
You cannot.
I've got daylight having and friends. Okay, so it put the shotgun away, which is not really what I had in mind, but... This. Brilliant. Okay, I think, is this stun locked? Nope. Every time I think it's going to be. Ooh, yeah. Should have gone for the extra heal. I think maybe then. It's been a while since I've even done this. If we look at our character sheet, I was dominate. Yeah, it would make sense to start dominate. Oh, we've got 7 experience. Do we save up for hacking 4? Or do we start boosting in thaumaturgy? I think we save for hacking. I really do like hacking stuff. Right, okay, so what is actually blood buff? Because I'm assuming that trance. So what's blood buff and where's that come from? Alright, well let's try that. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to do this kind of quickly. hell's going on?
You cannot.
I don't know how it turns. Right, okay. Well, blood buff ran out, but I'm really interested in the answer phone right now, if I'm honest. Okay, well, it seems to have been going better than the previous time, so. Okay, go on. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be really very close. Please. Alright, good. Final death. Punch to death. That is I. Punching King. Nice bathroom. Okay. Can't take the soap or steal the towels. No, that's a shame. Right, okay. ABC always be closing. What's ABC? Oh, finance ability of 2 to use that item. Okay, that's cool. Get some out of that. I guess that's her thing that she moves around in. Okay. I guess that's that then. Not exactly riches galore, but it boxes off 2 quests as far as I'm aware. Put the damsel, and we've done, yeah, okay, fine. Making the assumption there's nothing else there. No. Right, let's leave. Okay, good. Oh, does it just take us to the ground floor again? Please, 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 please. Please, ground floor. Yeah! See you later, alligator. Right. Okay, well, fair enough. I guess we'll save. Might as well save. I'll have to have a tidy up of all that there in a second anyway. So if we go to, I think we hand it in to Damsel first. I think she's the play here. And then we might get into a fight around here, but it doesn't matter. No, just me. But that means that we have to go over the road to pick up the next quest, because there was something just down. I think it was not behind there, but over this way. Here feels like it's close enough. Oh, maybe we can wait on it. Like it's down there, isn't it? But that, I guess it's just that building. Oh, okay, well maybe we can go to the last round, please, Damsel. Damsel's great. Most of the characters are great, to be fair, but well, dead.
We told him to burn the blood and go to the hospital. Said he thought he'd get over it. And are stubborn that way. This proves that plague bearers gotta be found. Right on. Except we just did a second one over near the convention center. They're part of some doomsday cult, apparently. No telling how many there are, but it's open season on all these sick sons of bitches.
I'll start looking for the rest. Right,
What did you just say?
Actually, I have some questions. Tell me about 12, yeah.
Jack's Jack. Kind of a legend amongst anarchs. There's not an anarch in the world who wouldn't stand in rock star awe.
Yeah, okay.
It's been around a long time. Used to be pirates for free. Talk to Jack. He's never short on chat.
Right, okay, so that's one of them, but there are more. So, we can talk to the homeless folks and probably get the thing of the other. But first, I'm going to deal with all this. I don't necessarily want to feed on you right now. I'd rather keep things clean. But anyway, let's go and see about these two. Oh dear.
Did you see it?
Oh, that bloody mess.
He done tore him up, right in two, ripped him apart like a rag doll. These two guys, the dead guy and the other, when they showed up, I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out. They was waiting on someone. They was going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting, well, he was late. So the one guy leaves, you find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Well, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up. The dead fella called him Muddy.
Somebody's still alive.
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up, scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe. Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white, like he seen the devil. And then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy. Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure the dead guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow. Made the guy scream. Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
Yeah. Right, okay. Why am I being pulled this way by that guy? Yeah. Right, cool. So we've redeemed the Masquerade. There's a way up there, which looks a lot safer than that. You alright? Yeah. Okay, cool. We could hop over that bit, but let's just instead go up here. Yeah, sure will. And if we go up here, we will find a Lucky Star room key, and more importantly, a car stereo. God damn, it's all happening here. All right. Does that give us enough, by the way, for our precious? Yes, it does. Who? What? Oh, okay. That's a barrier. Keeping me safe.
What? Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Well, I believe you. You're after my aluminum cans, aren't you? But you're not gonna get them. Just get away!
You remember?
Okay. All I know is old Tin Can Bill. He's been jabbering about some kind of monster that took him somewhere and got him sick. That's all I know, okay? And that's all I'm saying.
Really?
Well, you can usually find him down in his alleyway, just across from that.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Anybody got a menorah?
Okay. Kind of like feel like it should be. Oh, bloody hell.
Who's there, huh? Old Bill can't see too good these days. Is that you, Fred? I ain't got no booze tonight, so you may as well get the hell out of here.
Oh, for a Bill, I heard you telling me.
Yeah, I might be able to. But I'm awful thirsty tonight, mister. Could you spare $5 for a man who's been down on his luck. Thank you much.
It would seem somewhat hypocritical on this channel to not give a person $5 and some booze.
For medicinal purposes, you know.
Classic Harold laugh.
Now, I know you ain't going to believe old Bill, because I've been telling my friends and the cops and everyone since it happened. And people just say that it's the hooch talking and nothing more.
No, I'll believe you.
It's a monster, you see. Monster with his face all twisted and ugly, teeth longer than your finger, and his eyes piss yellow and full of hate. I've never seen eyes like that before. Still giving me bad dreams. He grabbed me, threw me over his shoulder, took me to the bad place, the dark place. Oh, God, the smell. Worse than anything and then he bit me. My neck. Oh, God, it was horrible. Don't remember too much after that. Blacked out and woke up here in my alley. Haven't been feeling too well since then.
I bet not. Sewer's just round the corner.
Just around the corner there.
I can't remember which bits are which, and that some of these are kind of tricky. Yeah. Yes. So some of the fights that we have coming up will be rather nasty. I guess we can try and do them. We might have to come back later. Like by prioritising our hacking skill. We have yeah. I don't knew the downtown sewers were. Oh, we're swimming. Christ. Well, this is awful. Okay. Well, I guess we don't need oxygen, but. Right, okay, so this is a way out, clearly not a way in. Hello? Oh, it was up here. Well, don't we smell fantastic? This is not, by the way, the sewers level I've been moaning about pretty much since we started playing this game. It is definitely a sewers level that I will moan about, but it is not the sewers level. We don't have very good lock picking. Is that going to help? Oh yeah, we got it. Okay, cool. Okay. That drops us back down. Right, I think this is actually where we're meant to be going. Right, blood buff again.
On your way down here, did you? Following the smell of entrails and rotting flesh. There's a bloodsucker. There's wheat galore in my kingdom. Brother Canker, they call me. High Lord in the diseased halls of the dead. Look around you. The blood, the bloated bodies, the maggot-riddled mortal shells. These are the signs, the coming of a new age. The Brotherhood of the Ninth Circle, the darkest
sharing this unholy communion with our human herd.
Oh, I see. You've lost your goddamn marbles.
Doors have been opened, the seals broken, and the final steps into the abyss, the terrible mysteries of the ninth circle.
Why?
They are the weak, sick, hopeless. I bring them a new purpose. They are the vessels of darkness, carrying the diseased truth in their veins.
Yeah.
Come, join the disciples who have gathered here, floating in their own putrescence.
I think we're probably going to lose this.
Mysteries of our brotherhood, as I feed on your flesh.
Come get some, brother. Okay, well, that didn't go well. Right. Problem is, yeah, it's all about whether we can get that stun lock kick on him, and the answer appears to be no. Yeah. I think if we use a blood pack, which I'm getting a little nervous around because we don't have that many, I'm not willing to do that quest for what's his face. Do we have? We've only got one experience point. We might be able to shotgun him. Is the other thing with this. The other part of this is whether or not there's anything that we can kind of use as cover. The problem with the shotgun thing is it's like it's just not, it's not the easiest thing to select from where I am. Right, okay. Blah blah. Who the hell are you? Brother Kanker. Yeah. Why are you feeding on the homeless? I see. Let's just got down marbles. Right. Right. Okay. So first blood buff, and then oh shit, that's close to it. Thought. No, I need fists, thank you. Fists, and then let's also use one of those. Good, right, okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to win this somehow. I thought we'd blood buffed, did we not blood buffed? Oh, it's going to be close. We got him. But we won't have an infinite number, unfortunately, of those blood vials. And it's still not the last one. Was that the guy from the hall previously? Yeah. I thought that would... Oh, I guess it's just lets us out. We were really close to that. We are not going to be combat ready for some time yet. I don't normally care to feed on rats, but I might have to make some exceptions in this case. That looks like it's a one-way in thing. Okay, so, oh no, maybe. Ah. Right, well, if that's that, then what did that open? Hello? Okay, weird. Okay. Oh, maybe that's some sort of way of trapping him or some shit. Right, okay, well, whatever. Right, come here, Ratty. It's not ideal, but we don't have a wealth of options. Well, hello. No, come on, made it. Well, if we're eating from one, we might as well eat from all of them, really. Okay, cool. Dun dun dun, another one bites the dust. But we are definitely, like, it's not necessarily that there's like an order, I am enlightened. Yeah, and you may recall, on the ground, on the wall, the place around the corner, we saw that marking. So we can follow that through and get into a fight there. But we are not going to win that fight. We've got an extra 3 points. Like dodge's value. But I think for the next one it's going to be group fights, and so with the group stuff, I kind of want that. In any case, we've got vote Robert Thorne. It wasn't here; it was somewhere else. What we want to find is the Lucky Star Hotel or Lucky Star Motel. I don't think it's this one, is it? No.
No.
It wasn't the Hallerbrook. Santa Monica. Key to the Lucky Star. I think Lucky Star Motel is here. Do you have? No. Yeah. So that down there is where we will go eventually, but no, it's not eventually. Right. Okay. Yeah. Lucky Star. Or maybe the Lucky Star Motel isn't. There's also a hospital there. I'm not quite sure how. Really? Like that's the tower, so where's the... whatever. Right, well maybe... So the Lucky Star Motel, I can't recall it being in... Well, I don't recall that it's in... yeah, I already have this weapon, and unfortunately... Oh, right, okay, here's the point. Yeah, let's go and sell some weapons. Because I thought they would stack in our inventory, but they don't. Which actually leads me thinking, do I pick finance? But I think the option is no. See the merchandise. Right, okay. Can I can't sell. Okay, so we won't buy that. But will he buy? he will buy this knife. He will not buy the severed arm, loser. Taran, and while the baseball bat is good, we are committing to the punching things in the head school of combat, so we'll do that. Just generates a little bit of revenue, and more importantly for me, clears up some of the nonsense that's just on the ground. Right, and then look, I know it's going to be 3 trips, but it's every time it's just triggering. Well, not triggering. I say triggering in this, but it's annoying.
Partner.
Yeah, merchandise. Merchandise, please. Thank you. Sell knife. And then, like, we won't go back and sell all 3, but we'll sell 2 and then pick up the last one. And deal with that one as and when the opportunity arises. Yeah.
Partner.
Right, fine. We might as well do the nightclub bit because there's a few bits in there, and it's just sort of a nice one to. Or, mind you, we're nearly at the 2-hour mark. In fact, we to all intents and purposes are at the 2-hour mark. Yeah, things like this, we could be selling these, but we will keep picking these up until we have 10 of them, and then just not. Why didn't we give her that? A bit ridiculous. Yeah, I don't really want to be selling that until we've got our finance up a bit, and I know our finance can come up slightly. That we're never going to use, but you know, that we can get some value out of. So Vandal we're definitely not doing. Okay. The Lucky Star Motel. I thought the Lucky Star Motel was here, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's... Do you recall that in Santa Monica? I think so. Oh yeah, we've got the report to LaCroix, but we don't care about that. Killer Crew calls him, something about revenge. Fine. Yeah, Patty. Maybe we'll go and we'll just see Pisha. I feel like that might be a reasonable closer to this. I now just need to figure out, because I've momentarily looked away, where I think she ran down this way, so no. Maybe she ran down this way. She ran from them stabbing each other. Skyline Apartments. No, this is the wrong way. Although, to be honest, now I'm at the spot. Okay. It's... we might as well go and get access to all the gubbins. I don't think there was anything on the ground floor, was there? Okay, at least that's relatively swift. Yeah, you had... We couldn't get in your computer, but if we go now to email and do this, ectoplasm, damn it. Greatest show ever. I'm telling you, visible places. You should go to one hotel. So goes keep turning on the sink. Force it. Maybe an OCD about washing his hands. Lol. There's no fucking way. Goddamn, we all be hanging out in Griffith Park. So in the hell you think you're fooling? Eaten by a flesh-eating man. Well, okay. That's fair. I think we'll just go up this way because why not? This is this rich person's house. No, this is his house. We got everything we needed there. This is here, but I have a feeling it was a 6. This wasn't it? The difficulty. I seem to recall. Yeah. What we need to do, basically, I think, so computer affects hacking, but the other one is wit. So if we have one more experience point, we could probably go down that route. Not much point otherwise, and then I think it was Paul's computer that we couldn't get into, wasn't it? Is this? Yeah, we can only open it from the inside. Okay, that's fine. Look at that again, that'll be too soon. No, so I guess we're kind of scuppered with that. Right, anyway, what do you think of the episode? What do you think of the things we've borne witness to in this? One thing we haven't talked about, and it's a really core part of this, and I guess because it's not such a focus on this channel, that maybe we're glossing over the, not exactly say the elephant in the room, but it's a massive part of it. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is and I'm going to use the term somewhat loosely, it's a skill-based game. You know, like it does loads of cool RPG stuff well, but ultimately, you know, we've dealt with platform sections. He says failing a platform. We've done loads of combat, which is very much real time. And yes, the platform sections are not Ori and the Blind Bastard Forest, and the fighting sections are falling somewhat short of the From Software standards, but nevertheless, it's a game that's running on skill, on these, you know, punching combos and kicks and things, and obviously we're supplementing it with the blood buffs and that. But there's the you know, are we gonna? Can we reload that? I don't think. Sure. Yeah. We've got guns that we can shoot that have these reticules that do this. I'm never. I think it's a difficult one. I mean, firstly, like, there's a whole lot of considerations, a load of considerations to make if you're going to make a skill-based game, and if the sort of the thoughts and feelings that we have on this channel, you know, in terms of how you make games and what considerations you put in, they're not designed for skill-based games. But you can probably still find lessons within. You know, you can talk about like allied systems. I guess the broader question here, just to touch on it, is to what extent, if you are going to have it, you know, like if you want this to be a skill, like a real-time thing, Where do you find the line between things being easy and things being difficult? I would say that, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, as we've played it, we've got in fights and we've won fights. Most of our fights, the combat isn't great. It's like it's the worst part of it, really, at least as in my view. Going around Santa Monica, finding out and stuff, and doing like the RP things is fun. When we have to fight something, I think that Jezebel fight was like really indicative of the realities of the combat system, which is like, excuse me, putting some sort of buff on and then going silly stun locks, and that's kind of been the vibe of it. It's something I don't like. I first encountered it in Morrowind and I didn't like it there. I don't like it now. This game does it. I don't like firearms to be or indeed melee to a lesser extent, but certainly firearms, to be affected by skill. I don't like to be pointing a reticule at that lamp, and then I shoot, and because I've got a firearm skill of 1, it doesn't hit the lamp. I think if you're going to include first person firearms things in your games, to me, you have to expect that to hit. And I know it's not necessarily a good abstraction of the realities of being good at shooting things. I think a much better way to do it is to say that firearms 1 gives you access to this pistol, firearms 2 gives you access to the shotgun, and scale weapon access by ability, and then just make this like a first person shooter. I also you could argue that it's, and I'm not an expert on first person shooters. A lot of my knowledge of them is very outdated or is very lightweight. Like the quote unquote first person shooter that I've played the most of is by this stage Deep Rock Galactic, which has got a very low difficulty curve with it. It's not trying to be tough. When I played things like bullet drop on what are ostensibly hit scan weapons, it's just not a thing on Deep Rock. Some of the weapons have bullet drop because they've got a very slow moving projectile, or it's like a grenade launcher or something like that. But to me, when you're using guns in games, I don't think you see the reticule is like, as we move, it's it's widening to show that we'd be less accurate if we're not stood still and taking aim. To me, as soon as you're adding any skill component on that, the fact that I am moving should itself cover the increased lack of aiming. It should be me, Jama, with his hand on the keyboard and mouse, that is impacted by the movement, not Jar, the character in this. And I think that if you're going to do a skill-based RPG, and it seems to be a bit more of a vogue thing now, I know certainly like Outer Wilds, no, not Outer Wilds, Outer Worlds, the first one, the second one's relatively recently come out, but that first one basically just said, yeah, like the shooting things and hitting things is just first person shooting. To me, I think like the Outer Worlds, the opening, the problem that had was firstly, excuse me, sorry, yawning. Was firstly, it's just got a really slow beginning. Like the mandatory tutorialization just is sluggish, and then the other thing with it, it's just, and I don't think you can do this in a game where you're going to have like a skill element to it. I don't think this works. The characters just moved so sluggishly, and I know like perhaps some of you like the Dark Souls fans are saying, oh yeah, but if you do like a heavy armor build on that, it's like, but to me, I mean, watching the heavy armor in Dark Souls and slow attack weapons in Bloodborne or whatever, it's not that they're slow, it's more that they're deliberate. Missing is costly and getting your timings wrong is costly, but the actual speed with which you're making the considerations is still quite swift, whereas like as I say, Outer Worlds, just everything seemed to take an age. So yeah, but as I say, I mean, like I focus more on tactical and strategic. Not necessarily turn-based, but like non-skill based systems primarily, and I think there's still loads to learn from this, even if you want to make some, whichever way you want to take it. But it would be silly to me to say that Bloodlines has good combat, because it's not really, and eventually, unfortunately for Bloodlines, and it's almost everybody regards this as a mark, and it's against it. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines' end game is marred. Firstly, I mean, it kind of has to have a boss fight. It kind of has to have mini boss fights and boss fights, and they will increase as we go through the game. There'll be more of those, but at the end, it could suffer from not just having one boss fight, but having multiple end bosses, and it's kind of like it ends. I think I don't know. We'll see how it goes on this, but like the ending can be a somewhat souring experience. Firstly, because it's just so short and it's so good up to that point, but secondly, because the this clunky combat system is not really sorry, plasterboard. It's not really built to hold up a large boss fight, much less in all probability, I think we might well end up doing 3 boss fights, which is like, oh Christ. So we'll see. Anyway, so there's your obligatory 16 minutes of rambling. If you've got any thoughts on this, drop a message in the comments. Always interesting to see. Always like to read them. And otherwise, I will just check whether I've saved it. Doesn't look like it, so maybe we'll save it. And I will see you next time. Bye bye bye.